Welcome to Salon. You ever walk into a store and just wonder how on earth did this entire aisle of snacks get so cheap, like overnight? Well, we're about to dive into that. Today, we're looking at a pretty fascinating 2026 market analysis from Shanghai Jiaxi Marketing Consulting, and it uncovers the secrets behind a huge retail revolution in China, the incredible rise of the bulk snack industry. So, if you've been on a street in China lately, this scene is probably super familiar. It's just an explosion of snacks. We're talking walls packed to the ceiling. And the prices? They're so low you kind of have to do a double take. It's wild. Look, this isn't just about some weekend sale. This is a fundamental rewiring of the entire retail system. It's a machine built from the ground up for one single purpose: make snacks cheaper for you. So how do they actually pull it off? Well, the answer is in a strategy that's both brilliantly simple and totally revolutionary. Right, so this report from Shanghai Jiaxi Marketing Consulting, it gives this whole thing a name. They call it the hard discount model. It's a simple yet incredibly powerful promise to us, the consumers, and it's how these stores have just systematically taken over the market from traditional supermarkets. Now, hard discount isn't just a fancy way of saying cheap. It's a whole business philosophy. Really, it's an obsession with efficiency. The core idea is to hunt down and just eliminate every single unnecessary cost between the factory that makes the snack and you, the customer. And then they pass all those savings directly on. Okay, so what does this whole philosophy actually feel like when you're the one doing the shopping? Well, it boils down to four simple promises: what the report calls more, fast, good, and cheap. This right here, this is the secret sauce that has won over millions and millions of people. First up, more. And I mean, we are talking about a mind-boggling amount of variety. A typical store has over 1,800 different products. That's often double what you'd find in the snack aisle of a normal supermarket. It basically creates this one-stop shop for anyone who loves snacks. And then you've got fast. This is where the real operational magic is. A store's entire stock sells out and gets completely replaced every 11 to 12 days. Just think about that for a second. It means the stuff on the shelves is always super fresh. And for shoppers, it creates this fun treasure hunt feeling because there's always something new to find. And of course, the promise that gets everyone through the door in the first place: cheap. On average, prices are an incredible 25% lower than in a regular supermarket for the exact same things. That is not a small discount. That's a game-changing amount of savings that you feel in your wallet every single time you shop. So the big question is, how is a 25% savings even possible? Well, this chart lays it all out. The secret is that they completely blew up the old supply chain. The traditional model, it's bloated. You've got all these middlemen, national, regional, city distributors, and every single one adds their own markup. The bulk snack model, it just cuts them all out. It creates a direct pipeline from the factory to the brand's warehouse and straight to the store. Simple as that. You know, a model this disruptive doesn't stay a secret for long. It basically kicked off a gold rush, a period of absolutely explosive growth, and this frantic race to dominate the market. And this rapid evolution completely reshaped the entire industry in just a couple of short years. I mean, the industry evolved at lightning speed. It started with about a decade of quiet testing by a few small regional brands. Then, starting around 2021, big money poured in, and that fueled this insane nationwide expansion. And that quickly led to an integration phase where smaller guys got swallowed up and the major brands merged. So now the industry is in what they call the efficiency phase. The fight isn't just about opening more stores anymore. It's about who can run them the best. And after all the dust settled from that crazy consolidation, this is what the market looks like now. It's a battlefield dominated by two massive titans, the Mingming-Henman Group and the Wanshan Group. Together, they control over 70% of the entire industry. That's a classic duopoly, where pretty much everyone else is just left fighting for the scraps. And you know what? This intense competition between the two giants is what's now driving innovation and keeping prices super low for us. So, with the market pretty much carved up and the battle for snacks at its peak, these giants are now asking, what's next? They're looking for their next stage of growth. And believe me, their ambition goes way beyond just chips and candy. The Shanghai Jiaxi report predicts that the next big evolution is already happening. See, the endgame isn't just about snacks anymore. The new vision is to become a full-on community discount supermarket and to apply this incredibly efficient model to, well, everything a neighborhood needs. And listen, this isn't just some theory. It's already happening on the ground. These stores are already expanding their shelves to include daily necessities, things like household goods, stationery for the kids, even fresh baked items. The ultimate goal here is to become the one-stop shop for the entire community, all built on that price advantage that made them famous in the first place. All right, so as we wrap this up, let's just boil it all down to 3 huge takeaways from this report. First, never ever underestimate the power of efficiency. A smarter supply chain can literally change everything. Second, the fight has moved beyond just a simple price war. Now it's a sophisticated competition based on brand, quality, and who has the strongest operations. And third, and this might be the most important one, this revolution is far from over. The next frontier is total retail. This model is coming for traditional supermarkets in every single category. And that leaves us with a pretty provocative final thought. We've just seen how this ultra-efficient, hard discount model completely took over the snack industry in just a handful of years. So the real question now is, what's next? Is this revolution going to keep expanding and fundamentally change how we shop for, well, everything? Salon, wishing you a prosperous year of the horse.